Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the continuation of our Dragon Ball week. Today we're going to learn how to draw Goku Super Saiyan God. So, you're going to learn how to make this drawing you're seeing there in an easy, practical, and quick way. Guys, anyone will be able to do it. All you need is a sheet of paper, a pencil, and a box of 12 Faber colors to make this drawing. So here's the deal. Leave a like at the beginning of this video and subscribe to the channel, alright? So let's start our tutorial here, right? Look, we're going to start by dividing our sheet in half. So you can use an A2, A3 or A4 sheet. It won't make a difference, right? Let's divide the sheet in half. We do that, right? Our next step now, right? We're going to start making it look like Goku's face, right? So we start with the sides, which will be like the cheeks and chin, right? See, there's already a small curve going down to the bottom. We start on the other side too. Remember, if you want to become my drawing student, click the first link in the description or pinned in the comments, okay? So, let's go. We're already finishing up here. Look, making the shape of Super Saiyan Blue's face. Look, we closed it up nicely at the chin here. Well, from the moment we did this, right? What are we going to do here now, huh? We're going to do the hair, right? Let's at least do these strands that fall on his face. Because I think it's interesting, like in every video, every tutorial, I explain, right? But let me explain one more time. Because this hair is going to fall in front of the eye. So I think it's good for us to do it now, because then we already have the right proportion for the hair. And when we go to make the eye, we also won't get the proportions of the eye wrong. So it's a good idea for us to at least do these first strands. We don't need to finish the hair right now, right? Let's just do these strands here, okay? So we can keep going. Alright, guys. Alright, so let's go. I'm gonna do one more strand here. Look, this one. And okay, guys, you can make the color a little bit for E. Let's continue our drawing here now. I'm going to do his eye now. Actually, this here is the eyebrow, not the eye. I'm going to do the eyebrow. The eye is the easiest part. We're going to draw a line here and another one here. Remember that we follow this line we made in the sketch, the one we divided in half. To draw the eye in the right proportion, but that curve under the eye, you saw that it curves upward a bit. It's not completely straight. Now guys, that's why it's important that we've already drawn the eyebrow. Look, the hair, look. Because this part will be in front, here, of the eyebrow and the eye of the eye, not just the eyebrow. And following the same reference, we made the other eye. Now, make this small circle inside. No problem. Now we'll keep going here. I'm going to do these details up here. It also has details below the eye. But let's do this first. Look, let's keep making some touch-ups whenever needed. So, let's do it here. Look, the next part we're going to do will be here, under the eye. But I think it's better. I'm going to fix this one a little bit because I think it was too high, that line there. Alright, now the nose, look. The easiest part, look. That's it, right? The nose, if you look at it, doesn't make much sense, right? But when you color it, it makes total sense. Look. Okay, now these details here under the eye, right? Like I mentioned. Alright, so now what are we going to do to continue with our drawing? So we're going to start drawing his ears and then we'll do the hair. Alright, I'm drawing this strand here, right? Because this strand here will go over his ear, that's the only reason. It covers the tip of his ear. Look, we add these details in here. So as you can see, I'm using the ruler to make the ear in the right direction. Yeah, one might look bigger. It will. Why? Because the other one is covered, right? His ear. But we'll keep measuring here and fixing it. But one ear, it's going to look a little different, right? What we're going to try to do is mask that difference, right? But we can't mask it too much. Why? Because the design is like this, right? And since one ear has a strand of hair on top, it's going to look a little different. But that's fine. You won't even be able to tell that we did this, right? Well, so now I'm gonna finish this part of the hair right away. Look, I'll pull this strand and this other strand here. Look, it's going to end right here under this line we made. Look, the initial line, right? Here we finish this strand, pull another one up here. Look, make these details, which are small strokes in the middle, right? That's it, guys. I'm going to start here now. See this lower strand coming out below his ear? Finish here, pull there, another one here, and that's it. Basically, it's ready now, right? Now 2 lines on the neck. Look, 2 more here. Look at that. Now we just pull here, this part of the shoulder, and now here, the part of the shirt. See? Alright, we do the same thing on the other side, see? And our drawing is done, guys. Look, what a super easy tutorial. So, after that we go in with white and start outlining our drawing. I've already done many outlines with the black B pen. So guys, about materials, if I have to recommend something, I recommend Unipin, okay? It's one of the best brands out there, and it's not that expensive because it lasts a long time, right? Those Unipin pens, right? So it depends on each person and the materials they have, right? So let's start coloring our drawing, okay? Yeah. In this part here, you're going to use the light pink, okay? The one from the 12 color box. To do this part of the skin here that I'm coloring, so go ahead, you can do it. Usually, you need to go over it twice with the same pencil to make it look nice. If you have a cotton ball, use it on top too, right? To blend the colors better. In this part here where I'm shading, you can use a light brown, of course. Remember, it's good to do it really slowly. If you don't have it, you can use orange, and then red on top. I think it will give a really nice skin tone, a really nice shadow, which I think is even better for this transformation, right? It's his aura, right? Super Saiyans look like they have fire behind them. So the red, yellow, and orange will all match this skin tone, right? So then you'll apply some orange here on this part of the clothes. Look, that's it. For shadows, use brown. Look how cool it's going to look. It's going to have a nice effect. So about this part of the hair, guys, here's the thing. You're going to paint it red, just regular red, right where I'm painting here. You can press the pencil a little harder, but don't press too much. Don't overdo the pressure, but you can press a bit in this part. Here, so it already gets a slightly darker shade, right? If you want to, okay? Yeah? For example, you can add several layers without pressing hard. I even recommend it more. But here you can press a little harder since his hair is really dark. So, look, we left these parts white, right? Where did we leave those white parts? Look at what we're going to do here now. We're going to take the same red that you used, but you're going to apply it really slowly. And then you'll just put a little white on top or blend it. But since it's not in the 12 color box, you don't need to blend it, right? And for this dark part here, you'll use brown too to make this second shadow, right? And then look and look, then and then look, and then look, and then look. Becoming my student? Well, now for the background here, guys. You're going to take the yellow, paint it, and leave these parts white here, where I'm leaving them. It's random. You don't have to follow it exactly, right? And then you're going to start making a gradient with red and red, orange. But I use more orange than red here in the background, right? Yeah, basically we try to make a fire here, just to make a slightly different background, right? And look how our drawing turned out, guys. We're basically finishing it up now. Remember to follow me on Instagram, which showed up on the screen, right? Well, just adding some details with the white pen here. And guys, that's it. this was another tutorial from the Art Lucas channel for you. If you liked it, leave a like. That's really important to me, alright? So that's it. See you in our next video.